4 strategies to power up your game in 2026. IBC is the secret sauce. Wow, I've been around for over 7 decades now, and I have never seen such a volatile and unstable economy as what exists worldwide, including here in the United States, right now. According to Coin News Media Group's latest update, inflation has been at 2.7 to 3% throughout 2025. As of today, most updated report, the average bank savings interest rate is 0.39%. The highest high yield savings interest is only at 5%, but that's just the surface value. If you can meet all the requirements for one of these high yield accounts, you'll still need to pay income tax on any interest you gain, which will then knock that 5% back down to around 3.5%. And of course, as the Fed continues to lower interest rates and print more money, inflation will continue to increase and your earned interest on savings will diminish. Cryptocurrencies and precious metals are anything but stable. And the stock market has always been and continues to be a very risky business. So, what are the best finance strategies right now and going forward? And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So, who am I? Aloha. I'm Stan Cox, principal broker and strategist with SC Finance Strategies and Insurance Consultants. I'm also the author of the books on the tax-free cash growth warehouse strategies, and I'm the managing director of the Hawaii Financial Free Thinkers Academy, a nonprofit financial literacy education organization. For over a decade, I have focused on and specialized in the infinite banking concept and developing the tax-free cash growth warehouse finance strategies. So now, let's get into the good stuff. And if you find this to be helpful, please like this video and subscribe to this channel and share it with your family and friends. Also, post your questions and comments here. You have questions, we have answers. Now, what are the best finance strategies for 2026? To answer that, we need to look at the most stable and resilient financial institutions and where we can find the best guarantees for our money. And what accounts will give us the most options for putting our money to work for us. I'm going to talk about 4 strategies that will greatly enhance your financial well-being in the coming year and beyond. So stay with me all the way to the end of this video. Well, the New York Stock Exchange was established in 1817, so it's been around for a good long time. However, as we've already noted, stock investments are a very risky business. In fact, the only guarantee with the stock investments is that your money is at risk of loss. Even safest of investments, bonds and mutual funds, are at-risk investments. And historically, the average investor in the stock market has netted only 3.5% annual gains before taxes. Again, even if you reap a 5% gain, taxes are going to eat up 15 to 25% of that. Now, here's an interesting fact. The first life insurance company was established in the United States in 1759, nearly 20 years before independence was gained. And today, life insurance companies are some of the most financially secure and profitable companies in the world. And there are a handful of life insurance companies that have been in business for close to 200 years. Significantly to this discussion, a few of them are among what are known as the Big Four mutual companies. They are the Big Four because they are the top rated and most financially solid of all the insurance companies. And what's particularly pertinent for this discussion is that while you cannot buy stock in these mutual companies, you can become an owner of shares in them. That is, by becoming a policy owner with these mutual companies, you actually become a shareholder, and as such, you participate in the profits of the company. And that is reflected in the cash value of your policies. The company I use most when helping my clients is not only the top rated of all the big four companies, but also consistently pays the highest dividend interest and has one of the lowest policy loan interest rates. Because of those factors and because of the design options offered by this company, while employing infinite banking and the tax-free cash growth warehouse finance strategies, you will always be in the positive side of the interest gains. There is a guaranteed amount of interest paid and compounded annually. And while the dividends do fluctuate, this company has paid dividends on top of the guaranteed interest for over 165 years without missing a year. And it's all compounded annually. And of course, with whole life insurance, the financial benefit paid to your loved ones when you do die is guaranteed to be several times more than the total you paid into the policy, and that's tax-free. All right, in the meantime, as owner of these policies, you have total access to the cash value of your policy anytime, for any reason, and you have the option of withdrawing from your cash value or leveraging your cash value by taking policy loans. Because the compounding dividend interest paid to your account is based on the accumulated cash value, if you take withdrawals from that cash value, you will decrease the amount of dividend interest you will gain. However, so leveraging your cash value with policy loans is by far the preferred means of accessing your cash value. And it is by leveraging your cash value that you're able to reap the maximum benefits of infinite banking and all the rest of the tax-free cash growth warehouse strategies. So to answer the question, is infinite banking still viable in 2026 and onward? Are you kidding me? IBC is the secret sauce that turbocharges the rest of the strategies. Again, life insurance companies are among the strongest and most stable of all companies. And with participating whole life, the money you put into your policies and your cash value is guaranteed, and it grows, compounding and tax-free. I should mention at this point that the dividend interest declared for 2026, my preferred company, is 6.1%. That's higher than the highest yield savings accounts. It's compounding and it's tax-free and it's accessible for anything you want to use it for. Also, and this is actually very important, your policy can be designed in such a way that required premiums are minimized while at the same time your cash value, availability, and growth are maximized. Call me for details on exactly how that works. Now, there's a strategy that is not widely known called sweep strategy that is extremely effective for reducing and eliminating debt. Basically, it is using a low interest loan to pay off higher interest loans, such as credit card loans. Now, the trick is finding the low interest loan. So the businesses that promote and teach sweep strategy and charge a fairly hefty fee for that typically advocate personal or home equity lines of credit for the low interest loans. And that works really well because those lines of credit typically charge a revolving interest rate of around 8%. Well, credit cards are at an average of 15% or more, all the way up to a whopping 24% these days. So obviously, you can save a lot of interest by using the sweep strategy. But now consider this. By using a policy loan at a simple interest rate of just 5.5%, yes, you heard that right, while earning 6.1% on your cash value, how much faster can you pay off your high interest credit loans, and how much more will you save? I mean, you don't even have to do the math to know that that is a much better option. And that's the infinite banking, baby. Well, actually, that's infinite banking and sweep strategy combined. And remember, all your cash value will continue to earn that crazy high dividend interest, all the while you're actually using your cash value to pay off those high interest credit loans, or using that money to pay for a vacation or buy a car or whatever. One of my favorite strategies, and a definite favorite of many of my clients, is what I call the tax sweep. In this strategy, what we do is, instead of paying a quarterly estimated income tax to the IRS, if you're self-employed or own a business, we add money into our cash value, then take a policy loan to pay our income tax bill come tax time. And that's the only way we can actually earn interest on the money we pay to the IRS. There's also a way to do this if you are a W-2 employee. So again, call me and we'll talk about that, how to do that. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a great feeling it is to be actually earning interest on the money that you pay to the IRS at the same time as you pay it off the IRS. Yeah, it's crazy. It's awesome. It's really great. And finally, applying cash flow principles, especially along with the infinite banking and sweep strategies, will elevate your financial power and well-being like never before. Now, this has been an overview of the basics of the 4 finance strategies that I help my clients with. Obviously, there's more to it when it comes to putting these strategies into practice, but I can't go into all the details in a 10-minute video. In fact, I'm over 10 minutes already. So, and here's the thing. I want you to become a client. I don't charge for my services or coaching on these strategies. I do want to help you with all this. So call me, set up a call with me on my Calendly page, and I'll answer your questions and do my best to help. For a more complete explanation of a tax-free cash growth warehouse strategy, you can watch our 60-minute webinar. The link is in the description box below. The link to buy my books on Amazon.com is also below. And if you'd like to book a free phone consultation with me, the link to my Calendly page is also below. And if you'd like to apply to become a client of ours, that link to the application is also below. We're here to help. We look forward to helping you. Aloha and mahalo for watching.